Here, which brings me to my first question of our investigation tonight. What did the au pair tell the responding officers? What's her story? To help break it all down and make some sense of it, joining us, forensic psychiatrist, trial expert witness, and author, columnist, Dr. Carol Lieberman. Dr. Carol Lieberman, I want to begin with you and get each of your perspectives on what you're seeing and what you're hearing from the au pair as she tells the first responding officer what is happening and what happened inside this home.
Well, first of all, she looks very different than her other picture, her sexy picture. You know, here she looks all, distraught, but all, with the glasses and all that, clearly designed to make herself look unattractive. And how she describes things, it is rather hard to follow. But she's trying to. It's an acting job. It's basically an acting job. I think she should stop being an au pair and she should be an actress.
What do you think of her demeanor? The shaking, the breathlessness, yes. the sitting down in the moment there.
Yes, all of that was very, very dramatic, overly dramatic. And it's interesting. The part that particularly caught my attention was when she said, we came in and he was spanking her. Now, maybe he was because he expected it to be an S&M kind of rendezvous. But if he wasn't, she just added that, maybe because she knows that that's what you do when you're having a BDSM rendezvous. But, the spanking part, that was a touch, an added touch.
Dr. Lieberman, let's talk about how this au pair ends up in this situation. She's allegedly and apparently having some sort of a relationship with the husband/father of the child that she's watching and ends up mixed up in all of this. What are your thoughts about it? 22-year-old coming over from another country, comes from Brazil to the United States, ends up in a home. It's a loving home with a husband and a wife and a child, and somehow she ends up like we see her in these photos.
Yes, well, I don't think it took long for her to think of herself as, wouldn't it be nice if I could replace the wife? Look at this life that she has, this beautiful house. I'm not so sure if she, really wanted the baby necessarily, but that was part of the deal. I want to be her. I want to take her place. I mean, that's sort of a, the moral of this story is don't hire au pairs that look like her. Of course, the husband was having affairs too. It wasn't just about her, but they kind of met and matched. Their desires matched.
I mean, there's a 4.5-year-old child in the basement of this home. That's the other part is seemingly unconscionable in all of this.
Yes, and she really did not seem to be very concerned about the well-being of that child, like the psychological impact of this trauma. It was more the policeman who seemed to care about what this poor child was going through.
All right, Dr. Carol Lieberman, thanks. Coming up.